Hi my lovelies, welcome to Nice Surprise Tarot. Here is another video made by your Lady G, especially for you. Are you going through a rough time lately? I know it's difficult. We can ask the tarot cards to tell us what is the lesson you should learn during these difficult times. So let's begin. And before we start with the reading, you should choose your group. This is group number 1, this is group number 2, this is group number 3. Do not think, just choose right now. Group number 1. Let's see what difficulties you have and what will you learn from this. All right. First thing, you are pretty closed, secretive about things. That is a thing you should change. No more hiding, no more going around the bush. You are the one who should find the sun and put everything, the truth and nothing but the truth, in front of people that are included in this situation. You should realize that this hiding of things, that this difficult situation is making you disappointed. You finally see that there is no happiness when you hide something. You finally see that everybody deserves to know the truth, including you. So not just other people. You deserve the truth. And until and unless you do this that I suggest, which means come clear, tell people what is going on, do not hide things, everything is going the wrong direction. Change that. You don't have power to change whatever happened in your childhood. There was something in your childhood that you are not talking about, and people must know what happened. I'm not talking people about wider audience, all the relatives and everyone around and friends. I'm talking about people included in this, the closest people, the people that you know they should know what happened. You don't have power over what happened. I know that you suffer a lot because of that, my dear. It happens. It's life. It's difficult. But you should be aware that although you cannot change that, there are things you can influence right now. And I already told you what things are they. You must talk to people. You must reach that peace that will make you strong, that will make your life much easier. And believe me, the moment the truth is out, you will feel relief. Believe me that. And you will change. You know, I don't know if you could see, now you can't see this card. You will realize that regardless of everything, Sometimes you must turn your back to someone and go your own way and search for a better future, because it's your life, it's your future. For how long you will allow someone to disrespect you, to make your life miserable? Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You have your life, you are healthy, you're strong, you have a beautiful body that knows exactly what to do. Don't be afraid. Even now, even after all this time, you can change your life for the better. And yes, you can do it on your own. And you know what will happen? Your vibration will change and people around you will change. Believe me, people around you will change and support you. And from the beginning, you will not be accustomed to such behavior. You will not know what to do, but never mind, continue that. Continue that, because when this lesson is over, you will learn something very important. And that is that you can always start from the beginning. You can always just draw the line, say enough is enough, tell the truth, finish the story, and start a new chapter in your life. Believe me, you're capable of doing not just one thing. You're capable of doing many, many things. You have many talents. You just have to have self-confidence, believe in yourself, and continue with your life in a different, much better space. And that is the end of today's reading for my lovely group number 1. I love you. Ciao. And now let's make a reading for the beautiful group number 2. My beautiful group number 2. I know that you're going through a rough time, but let me tell you something that you should know. And that is that when you have a certain problem, there are at least 3 possible solutions for the problem that you have. And you can always choose one of them and see how it goes. And now let's see what's going on. Why are you going through a rough time? I can see here that you have a problem at work, and especially this problem is connected to your boss. That is a hardworking person, a person with integrity, but somehow lately they don't have good opinion of you, and you have problems. You don't want to go to work. It's difficult for you. It's difficult to face a situation. And I understand sometimes these hardworking people do not have time to follow everything because they have to make decisions, and they have a nice people, sweet talking people around them that are not so nice actually, and they can sometimes tell something which is mildly put not so accurate to the truth and to the reality. Never mind that, you can make a change. First thing you should do is go and talk to your boss. I know you're afraid. I know you're afraid you might lose your job or he might not believe you, and then the situation might go even worse than what you have now. But from what I can see here, this person is a person with a good character and integrity, although it doesn't seem to you always like that. How can you do it? First thing first, you sit down and you put on a piece of paper all the negative and all the positive things for you in the certain situation. Then, when you talk to them, you start with the negative. You even say, I might have done this wrong. Apologize. So that you give them your story, your view. Because believe me, they gave him a story which is much worse than the one you will tell. So it's good that you give it everything. You start with the negative and then you continue with your positive influence so that this boss can have the whole picture. And believe me, even if they didn't notice by now, once you tell them, they will open their eyes to see things that you told them that they are going on around you. It will be much better for you. You have to talk to them and explain everything. Right now, you have impression that you don't have power to change your personality, your character, the way you react to things. Because, my dear, most of the time you're trying to please just everybody. You are doing everything for everyone. You're so nice. You spill your positive energy and in general your energy everywhere around, which makes you depleted of energy, which at the end of the day might prevent you from focusing on the right stuff. And slowly but surely you can change that, because part of you, and trust me on this, part of you will change. You will see that you should not attach as much to people. You should not attach as much to material things. Most of all, you will see that you are good the way you are right now, that you are a good, positive, hard-working person who needs a little bit more focus, and you will change that. And once all this rough situation is changed and it's over, you will realize that you can rely upon the universe, always upon the happiness. And you will see that once you change, the universe and everything around you will change. People will start to respect you more. People will start to ask you more about your opinion. Your boss will be better to you, and your colleagues will respect you more, and they will not go to your boss and talk behind your back. So everything will change once you change a tiny little bit, because sometimes that is all that is necessary. Just a tiny little bit of change so that everything goes into a positive direction. And that is the end of today's reading for my beautiful group number 2. Have a nice day. All right, my dear group number 3. Going through a rough time. I know it's difficult, but don't worry. I know you're strong enough. Know how do I know? Because everyone coming to this group is strong, is clever, and knows exactly what they should do in order to deal with their rough time. Let me see now what we have here. What is the situation? I can see, my dear, that you have been asking for some kind of good energy, some kind of engagement, activity, situation, and all of a sudden it is here, it is around you. You are startled at the moment. Universe is on your side, everything is lined up. You have a hope, but you require a little bit more of courage. You require courage to begin and to accept the transformation that you are going through, and that will happen regardless of how you react in this situation. How do you do it? There will be a mentor to help you, or if that doesn't happen, maybe you will find a way to find all the necessary information, the know-how, everything you need to go through this situation. As I said, universe has your back. Don't be afraid, just go for it. I know that the change is difficult, but everything will be just fine. Here in this situation, I can tell you that things are developing beautifully. All is well. There is a life lesson on which you have no power, and that is that you should be flexible when things are running towards you. Usually what we do, we ask for something for a long time, we don't get it, we get frustrated, and then we relax. We say, oh, okay, I don't have it, never mind. The moment you relax, it comes to you with a high speed, everything at once. So what you should know here is not to get afraid and run away, but to accept it calmly as much as you can and to go for it. Because if you don't, someone else will, trust me. And in each rough time, in every situation like that, there is a lesson. If you don't take this lesson, the next one will be even more strong, even more difficult for you. Just relax, be calm, and take it. Go for it. You will change during this rough time. You will change. I can see that you will learn to work in a difficult situation with difficult people, with difficult circumstances that are so much different, and you must balance everything, and you must control and manage everything. And that is good, because you see, you need to learn that too. You need to learn to manage situations like this, and you're ready for that. It will happen, don't worry. And once you learn this, once this rough time situation is over, you will become a really tough person, resilient person who knows how to handle situations, person who knows how to manage people and manage situations. So I can see, my dear group number 3, that this is a bit of difficult situation, but I can also see that you can do it. And there is always a way to do it without too much hustle, without being nervous, without feeling overwhelmed with the situation. You can do it. Here is the hope. Here is the chariot telling that you will become a good manager of the situation, and you will be proud of yourself after that. And not only that, but your self-confidence will skyrocket. Believe me, my dear group number 3, just go for it. And once everything is over, you and all the other groups, please let me know what's going on. Please let me know how you feel now that everything is over, and that you gain a greater self-confidence. And thank you. That's the end of today's reading. Ciao. And that is all for today, my lovely souls. I promise you I will make more videos like this, and please, you can do something for Nice Surprise Tarot too. Please subscribe and ring a bell, and we will see each other pretty soon. Have a lovely day. Ciao.